Hello, my name is Esmeralda Rodriguez, and today I will be doing my Pecha Kucha on the impact of cognitive function and aging on elders' health and quality of life. I decided to do this topic because my dad is older, and I was curious about some of the experiences he may have been through. I will begin with a couple of definitions. The first one is aging. Aging is a process of growing old, and cognitive function is the ability to perceive, recognize, or understand thoughts and ideas. Next, we have memory and sensory memory. Memory is the faculty by which the mind stores and remembers information. Sensory memory, this is where the stimulus enters the brain and is sorted. Information is retained for only a fraction of a second. How does cognitive function impact elders' health and quality of life? As the brain changes, so does behavior. And so, given that blood flows drops the most in the frontal cortex, people most commonly experience declines in verbal fluency or the ability to find words they want. One of the ways cognitive function impacts elders' health and quality of life is the general slowing hypothesis. The general slowing hypothesis assumes that aging causes a slowing of information processing in the nervous system. This results in older adults performing worse on complex tasks, although the extent of slowing varies with the task. Working memory is a temporary stage of holding, processing, and organizing information. It decides what information should be attended to or ignored. As one gets older, working memory will decline. Depressed mood and low sleep quality can affect working memory both in short and long term. Some signs and symptoms of memory loss that happens with aging are having trouble recalling a familiar person's name but then remembering it, forgetting an anniversary or a birthday, and missing an appointment. Episodic memory is a memory of everyday events such as times, location, associated emotions, and more that can be explicitly stated or conjured. It declines the most after the age of 60. Secondary memory is known as additional memory or back memory. These memories are permanent. It requires processing of new information to be stored and cues to retrieve stored information. Semantic memory is part of the long-term memory dealing with words and their meanings. It shows the least decline with aging because it is stimulated by concepts learned throughout one's life. Semantic memory is distinct from episodic memory, which is our memory of experiences and specific events during our lives from which we can recreate at any given point. For instance, semantic memory might contain information about what a dog is, whereas episodic memory might contain a specific memory of petting a particular dog. Procedural memory is memory of how to do certain actions and skills. Some examples shown are riding a bicycle, a skateboard, and tying your shoe. However, if memory loss prevents one from performing daily tasks and accustomed roles in life, then it becomes severe. Executive functions are a set of cognitive processes that are necessary for the cognitive control of behavior, selecting and successfully monitoring behaviors that facilitate the attainment of chosen goals. Executive functions include basic cognitive processes such as attentional control, cognitive inhibition, inhibitory control, working memory, and cognitive flexibility. Higher order executive functions require for the simultaneous use of multiple basic executive functions and include planning and fluid intelligence. Perceptual speed is the speed at which a person processes information. Research shows that a person's perceptual speed slows down with aging. One way perceptual processes affect the elderly is recognition. Recognition is more important to the elderly since there are a multitude of options to choose from, which can cause confusion if one does not have enough data on all the products available. Causes of cognitive issues in elderly are numerous, ranging from medication side effects to neurodegenerative diseases. While some causes can be corrected, others can't, but it is possible to slow down the progression. To avoid major problems, it is huge importance to understand all the signs of cognitive issues and schedule an appointment to see a doctor. How does aging impact the health of elder citizens and quality of life? As we age, subtle changes in memory occur naturally as part of the aging process. However, sometimes these changes occur sooner than anticipated or faster than we expected. These changes often go unnoticed, but at other times can be disturbing to ourselves or others. Common conditions in older age include hearing loss, cataracts and refractive errors, back and neck pain and osteoarthritis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, diabetes, depression, and dementia. Depression impacts older people differently than younger people. In the elderly, depression often occurs with other medical illnesses and disabilities and lasts longer. Depression in the elderly is associated with an increased risk of cardiac diseases and an increased risk of death from illness. The symptoms for dementia make it difficult to perform even daily simple tasks such as bathing and eating. Alzheimer's disease is the main cause of majority cases of dementia. The effects of aging include being more dependent, as a person is unable to do regular tasks on their own, or as they require more care than they are used to. Higher susceptibility to illness and disabilities, a higher risk of falls and injury. As you get older, your heart can't beat as fast during physical activity or times of stress as when you were younger. Aging may make you believe you are a burden to others, and this may result in isolation. Some do not experience this, which is a good sign, so then they will be able to connect with others. Improve elders' health and quality of life. It is important to know how to change your lifestyle to have a better outcome. Many elders struggle with this because they might not have the support or resources to do so. If they have trouble with it, they should reach out and ask someone to help guide them. Some ways to help your health and quality of life is to ask someone for help if needed. Eat healthier foods, exercise daily, find a place for items you use often, set up reminders, write down anything you need to remember, and create a sleep routine. Identifying and treating the condition can improve your memory. I think it is important that you search for help when you think something is going wrong, because if you get ahead of it, then you'll be able to get through anything. And in conclusion, I believe the most important thing to help you is a supportive group. A support group can help you no matter who it is or what it is. They will help you get through the difficult times.